we going?
To the splash park.
To the splash park? Do you have your bathing suit on?
No.
Yeah, you have your bathing suit on.
Yeah, I have it.
What's on top of your bathing suit?
My romper.
Your romper. Are you excited to go to the splash park?
Yeah.
Play in the water?
Yeah.
It's hot, huh?
Yeah, you guys. I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, Owlet's sitting right there. She's buckled in. What did you have for breakfast this morning? A smoothie. Remember you had a smoothie?
Yeah, and some pickles.
No, a bagel.
A bagel.
Yeah. Did you like the bagel?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lemon.
You didn't have a lemon. Silly. Hey friends. This morning has been crazy. I actually contemplated not filming this today. It's Monday, you're seeing it Wednesday. That's kind of my new schedule now in terms of when I film my what I eat in a days. But I thought to myself, should I just film it tomorrow? But no, we're here. And you know what? If the day is gonna be crazy, the day is gonna be crazy. Cause that's just life. So let's get this out of the way first. It's 9:55. I am currently having my usual grande iced coffee, no classic, 4 pumps of sugar-free cinnamon dolce, and 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. That's all I've had all morning. So the morning started crazy because the fridge guy came, which we were expecting, but normally, you know, he never comes right when the window opens, but he came like at 8 o'clock. So holy cow, you know, that's just kind of, not awkward. Well, it is kind of awkward. You know, I'm trying to get, Daisy had like just gotten up. I was trying to get her breakfast, which included making her a smoothie. So I had like frozen berries and frozen peaches and all this crap all over my counter while this poor man is trying to come and fix our fridge. He has been to our place 2 other times and he's just the sweetest guy. He, you know, puts down mats so that he doesn't get our floor all dirty, which is really nice because we've had people come before that literally don't give a shit and just like destroy my kitchen. And so yeah, so he came at 8, he just left around 9:30, and he claims that the problem was fixed. He kind of went through everything with us, and he said, essentially what he said, he used he used much more professional wording than this, but he essentially said that there's really only one more thing that could possibly go wrong with this fridge in terms of something that would need to be replaced. Everything else has been replaced. So there's some type of evaporator thing on the bottom that he hasn't touched yet because it doesn't need to be touched. But, you know, he said it should be good. He said, you know, give it 2 weeks before you start like really heavily loading it up. And I said, you know, you've said that before. Is it like a weight thing? Because every time he has said, don't go to Costco, like don't make a Costco run and load it up with all your Costco stuff. And I'm like, is it like a weight thing or what? And he's like, no, it's just out of courtesy because I don't want you to go buy a bunch of stuff at Costco and then have your fridge die and waste, you know, a lot of money. He said usually 2 weeks is when, you know, the amount of time when like we know that the fridge is good to go or the fridge is not good to go, which completely makes sense because it's usually about a week and a half. Thank you. For us, it's usually about a week and a half from when they fix it to when it goes kaput again. So, I mean, it's cooling already. Like, he literally just left a half an hour ago and it's already starting to get cold. So I am going to move all of the stuff in our mini fridge into the... It's cold because I put ice in it. I'm gonna move everything from the mini fridge into the refrigerator if the fridge is like really cold when we get back home. You know, especially now that I know he wasn't telling us not to load it up. Okay. Especially now that I know he was telling us not to load it up with food, not because it could mess up the work, but because he just doesn't want us to waste our money. So Daisy and I, first we're off to Target. I have a bunch of random stuff I need to get. I want to try to find some carb-friendly-ish beans, black beans. So we're gonna look for that. I have to return a pair of pants. We have to get sunscreen. I can't find our sunscreen anywhere. Gotta get dog bones, just random stuff. Then we're going to the splash park. We have not been to the splash park at all this summer. We were there so frequently last summer, and I feel like we've just been spending a lot of our time, well, not we, but Daisy's been spending a lot of her time at the pool between Cernan taking her, or Cernan and I taking her, or my mother-in-law taking her. Daisy was at the pool like all weekend with my mother-in-law. So I thought it would be a good day for the splash park. It's really enjoyable to go there. I bring like a huge like beach blanket and snacks and stuff, and I can just sit and watch her run around, and she loves it. So that is our plan for I was gonna say fourth the day like today, but with a for the day. What else was I gonna say? Oh, so keto wise, I mentioned in my live stream that I did yesterday, I said I kind of fell off, but I don't want to say fall off. Like, I had, you know, 2 meals over the course of like Thursday to Sunday. I had 2 non-keto meals. So I don't consider that like falling off the wagon, but I just was kind of yearning for Monday to roll back around so that we could do, like, as Erin says, a reboot, a restart. So I weighed in this morning and I was 138.2. Happy with it. Y'all know I'm kind of consistently hovering between 138 and 140, and I'm happy with 138.2 considering I did have like 2 off-plan meals later in the week and, you know, over the weekend. So that's fine by me. I brought myself like to the splash park because I have no idea how long she's gonna be able to last. So I brought a bunch of snacks for myself because I don't know if I'm gonna be there when it's time for me to break my fast. What?
We're going to the bookstore.
No, we're not going to the bookstore. So I have my little bag right here. I brought the mint chocolate good fats bar, a jalapeno beef stick, olives, and then I measured out a 1/4 cup of those from World Market, the chili lemon peanuts. Those I really like, but they're pretty salty. Somebody suggested in my live yesterday that I should like make a keto trail mix, and maybe that would cut some of the salt. I also thought, because it's like the salt with the tart of the lemon is just like, whoa. So I think if I were to mix them with regular peanuts, that would be like, that would get the job done in terms of toning down the salt. I will try to get some footage at the splash park, but I can't promise that I'll get any or how much I will get if I do decide to film. I know YouTube kind of has, you know, has been disabling comments on channels that put like kids in their bathing suits or kids in like pajamas, or I don't know, like, I don't want to say risque clothing, but y'all know what I mean. Kids that aren't like fully covered up. So I don't want to get my comments disabled. I don't want to be on that kind of radar. So I'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll try to get some footage just of the park in general and not specifically of Daisy. That being said, we just got to Target. We're gonna head in. Did you want to talk to the people again?
Yeah. People, I went to the pool.
You went to the pool yesterday?
Yeah.
With your cousins?
Yeah, with my cousins.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the CC.
At the CC? Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing Ava's floaties.
You were wearing Ava's floaties, yeah, because you let Ate CC wear your floaties.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, say we'll see you later.
See you later.
Friends, we are out of here. We are leaving the splash park. I got a little bit of footage. By little, I mean little, but it's something's better than nothing. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can say yes. Yes.
I like seeing right here.
Yeah. My plan was to actually film her. She went to the splash park, and then they actually have like a park, like a playground. And I was gonna film her playing, but it was so hot. Like, she couldn't even play on it because the structure was so hot. So we just sat, ate some snack, and now we're off to the mall. I gave her the option to go home or to go to the mall, and she wants to go walk around the mall a little bit. So we're gonna do that. I might get a couple things at Bath & Body Works. So I'll definitely show you if that's the case. It's 12:18. I broke my fast at 11:30. At like 11:15, I became ravenous, and by 11:30 I was like, I need to eat. And y'all know me, if I can fast until noon, which is when my eating window starts, great. If I'm starving, I'm eating. So I did eat at 11:30. I ate the Good Fats bar, the whole thing. That was it. I finished my coffee. I also had half of a Kirkland brand sparkling water. And then, oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, I was just like rounding up all the trash in my car, and I found this. I had tried it the other day and just like shoved it in the side of my door because I'm classy like that. This was disgusting. This was terrible. This is the Field Trip brand pepperoni seasoned meat stick. I showed this in a live stream I did last week. I will link it in the cards if you haven't seen it, where I got a bunch of stuff, a bunch of keto friendly things from World Market. That beef stick reminded me of the Chomp's beef stick, just the plain one. Somebody in my live that I did yesterday said, oh, so you mean it tastes like dog food? That's essentially what it reminded me of. It had almost zero flavor, and it was so like, the meat in the middle of the stick was so creamy. It was disgusting. I am not like, oh my God, obsessed with meat sticks, but when I eat one, I need it to have like a snap. I don't like when it's super mushy in the middle, and that one was mushy and it was so gross. So, that being said, we're headed to the mall. Are we going to the mall?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna go at the mall?
We're gonna smell candles.
We're gonna smell candles. She calls Bath & Body Works the candle store because most of the times that I'm in there, I'm getting candles. So we're gonna do that. We might hit the bookstore.
And the toys.
And go see the toys at the bookstore. So I will check in with you guys most likely when I get home, because I don't think I'm gonna film at the mall, but I will pop back on here when I get home or when I eat something. All right, guys, oh my gosh, I look so rough today. I just needed a makeup break. I did my brows, I threw on some mascara, but this is like yesterday's hair, no makeup. I ain't apologizing, I'm just saying, wow, I feel like I look rough. Anyways, it's 2 o'clock, we are home. By the skin of our teeth. She was melting down at the mall. She was really good the whole time, but at the end she was like losing it. We made it home. I am having, I guess it would be lunch. You know, I had that bar, like I said, around, what time did I say? 11:30. And so I'm hungry because that's all I've eaten, that and the coffee. So let me show you what I'm munching on right now. So I am having 2 ounces of the Whole Foods rotisserie chicken. I am having 1 tablespoon of the Kite Hill French onion dip. This stuff is amazing. Initially, I thought, oh, I could put it on my salami because I guess I thought it was gonna be more of a spread than a dip, but it's definitely too salty and too flavorful to put on salami. It's not too salty on its own. This with salami is a lot of sodium, but dipping the chicken in that, delicious. Obviously you have to like onion. It is extremely oniony, but I highly recommend if you're looking for a very keto friendly dip. Like this 1 tablespoon is like 15 calories, 1 carb, 1 fat, and 0.5 protein. I mean, it's essentially like, why am I tracking this? Then I'm having one of these, the Cracker Barrel garlic and herb cheddar cheese stick. These ones are fabulous as well. I've had these before. I did pick these up at Grocery Outlet. My breath is gonna be smelling amazing between the French onion dip and the garlic and herb cheese. Oh goodness. That was sarcasm if you guys didn't pick that up. My breath will be smelling interesting, very interesting. Okay, so let me show you before I go ahead and dive into that. Let me straighten y'all like a little bit. The fridge is cold. Again, not holding my breath. We've been here before. We've been here many a time before. I am not holding my breath, but it's good that it's cold. Oh, speaking of cold, this is like ice cold. I'm also having this Limitless lightly caffeinated cucumber pear sparkling water. I got this at Whole Foods. I showed it in that haul. Come on. I showed it in that haul. It's delicious. I don't taste any pear. I taste like all cucumber, but it's so fresh and tastes so good. This has 35 milligrams of caffeine, so I do appreciate that they say lightly, I wanted to have my glasses on, but the glare is just terrible. I do appreciate that they say lightly caffeinated. They're not trying to like fool you, because 35 milligrams is really not like a ton. But I had one of these the day that I filmed that Whole Foods haul, and I felt the caffeine. So I'm enjoying that. I was just going to show you guys where I am with my macros for the day, but Daisy has my phone because her tablet's not working. It's just dead, and it's like 7 minutes before nap time, and I did not need a meltdown. So once she goes down for a nap, I'll probably pop back on, show y'all my macros, where I am so far for my macros for the day, and then kind of clue you in on what I plan on cooking for dinner. Oh dear. Oh man, look at this. I am so tired. I did not get enough sleep last night. We stayed up and watched the rest of Stranger Things. I think we had 3 left. We watched them all last night. I didn't get to bed till like 11:30, and then I was up at 4:30 for work. And I got in bed at 11:30. I didn't fall asleep at 11:30, so I'm tired. Okay, it's 3:08. Daisy's been down since about 2:40. She's sleeping, which is nice. It's always nice to have like a little break in the middle of the day. But I wanted to show you guys my macros. I'm just now finishing up. Hello, why is this not? There we go. I'm just now finishing up that cucumber pear water. It was so good. So good. Oh my god. And my melasma, y'all. I know I hate when people are like, look at this, look at this. Oh my god, I look terrible. But like, ugh, when you have to look in that viewfinder, whoa. Anyways, I'm finishing up that water. I also had a tablespoon of crunchy peanut butter. I wasn't like totally satisfied after I had the chicken and the dip and the cheese, and I also was kind of craving something sweet, so I just had a tablespoon of peanut butter. Here's where my macros sit so far for today. There we go. So you can see how many, I have what, 77 fat, 916 calorie, is that right? Yeah, 916 calories. I have 16 carbs left, and then 50 protein. I think I'm gonna be under on like everything today. Anyways, right now my plan, I would really like to take a nap, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait and see if this caffeine kicks in from this water. And I am going to finish doing laundry. I did 3 loads of laundry yesterday, a whole load of Daisy's, 2 loads of our clothes. I put everything away except for the stuff that needs to get hanged, which is like kind of the usual for me. I will fold and put away till the cows come home, but then when it comes to actually hanging up everything, I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. So I gotta hang up all those clothes. Then I think I'm going to slowly but surely start putting stuff in the fridge. Now that we know that, you know, the repairmen have said to not put things in just for our own safety in terms of, you know, spending money on food that's gonna go bad. We know that it's not like a weight thing or putting too much food in too soon. I'm gonna start loading stuff up in there because I don't wanna have the mini fridge, the chest freezer, and our huge fridge all plugged in, you know, taking up energy. So I'm gonna empty out the mini fridge, empty out the freezer, and then unplug both of those so that we're not paying to run 3 different appliances that all do the same thing. My plan will be to pop back on here probably when it's time for me to eat dinner. Okay guys, I lied. You saw me hopefully hang up clothes in my closet. I'm hoping my vlog's not gonna be too long where I'll have to cut that part. And then you obviously saw me organize the fridge, and I said I would come back on here when I have dinner, but I am like just not satisfied. Like I'm kind of hungry, but I'm more just like, I don't feel like I ate enough. Oh, I was gonna get my phone so I could tell you where I am macros wise. I don't feel like I've eaten enough, and I like feel it. I can't explain it. It's like I'm not starving, I'm hungry, but my body just feels like we need more food, but it's not coming from a place of like I'm starving. Does that make any sense? Probably not. So what I decided to do was pre-track my dinner to see where I would be standing macros wise if I were to drink this. This sounds really good to me right now, and there's a ton of protein in it, and I know that if I drink this, it will keep me full until dinner. I checked with Cernan. He said he's fine with just eating like a decent sized snack, you know, to tide him over, like later in the evening to tide him over. So we're not gonna be eating till 9. Right now it's 4:03. That's 5 hours. There's no way I'm gonna be able to not eat anything for 5 hours when I'm already feeling unsatisfied, like appetite wise. So I entered that into my macros as well, and I will show you. So I'll show you where we are standing now with all of that entered in. So I have, with my dinner and that protein drink factored in, I'm much better on my protein. I only have 14 grams of protein left. I'm zeroed out exactly on carbs, and that is with a Truly included. 408 calories left, and then 66 grams of fat. I mean, I don't find those to be like stellar macros. I like to really make sure that I meet my fat requirement for the day, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. So if I can, you know, get pretty decent on protein, if I come in under calories, great. We all want a calorie deficit, and then I'm exactly zeroed out on carbs. So definitely not a bad macros day, but I always get a little like when I haven't met my fat for the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink this. I'm actually gonna jump in the shower because I feel disgusting. We're all friends here, so just PSA, I did not shower this morning. We had the whole refrigerator thing happen. Like I said, I thought I just had more time, and I didn't shower. Didn't put on like any makeup, sprayed dry shampoo in my hair. I already told y'all guys all that this morning. But I feel gross after like sitting, like, you know, Daisy was running around in the water and she's like jumping on me. I was carrying towels and putting on sunscreen. Like, y'all know how it is. Like, we didn't go to the beach, but it's kind of like that where you get home from the beach and you're like, ooh, like I need to take a shower. So I'm gonna go shower. Again, it's like 4:05. My first class tonight is at 5:40. And I like to kind of start getting set up and stuff around 5:15. So I have an hour-ish to kind of get situated. And yeah, so now I'm not gonna talk to you until I eat dinner. I promise. Wow. Okay. Guys, it is 9:30. I finished at 8:50 or 8:45, but when I was all done, Daisy was like mid-meltdown, so Cernan and I kind of tackled that together, and then she wanted us both to do bedtime, so we both did bedtime. I just got finished cooking dinner. Here's the thing, I made the jackfruit, and it's not terrible, but it's not great, and it's 9:30 p.m. I don't feel like effing up my dinner, so my plan is I cooked it on the stovetop, like as was directed. So it says it will last in the fridge for 5 days. So my plan is to put it in a Tupperware, put it in the fridge, and then they say you can eat it plain, and I do taste like the smoky flavor without anything added to it, but I think I'm gonna jazz it up a bit and then try it again, like whether I make a sauce to go with it or just like throw some spices on there. Oh, this is driving me insane. Throw some spices on there or something, because it just, between the flavor and the consistency, it's not terrible, but it's just not really that good. So I'm still gonna show you like what it looks like in the pan, because I did cook it like per what the directions said. And then yeah, just see if I can make it work maybe later in the week. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I mean, it looks like carnitas to me. Like it looks legit. It looks like meat. But it just tastes, they say it tastes meaty. I don't think it tastes meaty, but I feel like maybe if with like a sauce or something, it would maybe enhance like the meatiness of it. I don't know, but I was not gonna like roll the dice. It's 9:30 and I want to eat. So we're essentially having like pretty close to the same thing. This is a half cup of those beans that I showed you earlier today, and then half of a quesadilla. So it's one tortilla, but I just made one big quesadilla and then split it between Cernan and I. And so this has cheese in it and pepperoni. So that is dinner. I'm hungry, but I'm not starving, so I think this will be plenty. I really liked that iconic coffee protein drink that I had earlier. It definitely has some sort of odd flavor in there somewhere. It's not even an aftertaste, it's when you initially drink it, but it doesn't taste protein powdery to me. It just tastes like it has an odd flavor. So I'm really bummed about the jackfruit. I just thought like it was gonna be immediately a winner out of the package, but we'll see. Again, I've said it now 17,000 times. I'm gonna mess with it and see if I can make it work. If I do end up making it work, I will definitely let you guys know in a future video, because I feel like that's a really good alternative, you know, for somebody that doesn't want to consume a lot of meat or doesn't consume any meat. On keto, you know, you can get your protein other ways. There are some people that do a plant-based keto diet, so I think that would be good to know. So I'll keep y'all in the loop. Friday from me, you will be seeing part 2 of my Q&A, and then next week, I'm gonna do a fast. I've been talking with Erica over at Time to Shrink today, and I know I just posted my part 1 of Q&A, and there was a question in there about doing a fast, and I essentially said like I would probably never do one because some days like today I can barely make it through just my intermittent fast. But I was talking to her and she kind of inspired me to challenge myself and to just see what I can do, what my body can do. So her and I are gonna do a collab video next week. I think it's gonna go up on Friday, but we're starting it on Monday. So that will be really interesting. I'm very excited / nervous / curious to see how I do. So keep an eye out for that. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Y'all have been killing it with the thumbs up lately, which I say all the time is a really big help. In terms of YouTube's algorithm, it just really helps me out. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. I feel like I'm losing my mind right now. I need to go to bed. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and drop me a comment down below. Has anyone tried jackfruit? Tips, tricks, anything you have to offer, I will gladly take. And yeah, I will go ahead and catch you guys in my next one. Bye, friends.